Joining us now is Tom Lauricella, one of the Wall Street Journal reporters who wrote that story. Thanks very much for being with us.
Glad to be here.
When people hear that Bernie Madoff stole this money, many wonder exactly how did it happen. Was the London office part of that scheme?
Well, one of the big questions has been what happened after people gave Bernie his money. No matter where you were in the world, it all came to New York, and then it just seemed to disappear off into a void. What investigators are now saying is that for at least some of the time, Bernie was taking some of that money, moving it from New York to this London operation that he had, and then would take that money and move it back to New York, either to support his other business or to use to, buy nice things for himself and friends and family. And by doing this, he was able to hide the tracks of what he was actually really doing with the money.
Mm-hmm. How much money are we talking about? And in the overall scheme, how big a role did it play in London?
Well, what the investigators are saying is that they've seen 250 million move from New York to London. It may not seem like a lot, and given that this was a $65 billion scheme, but a lot of that money just simply went to go pay out other investors. That's what a Ponzi scheme is. But we're still talking $250 million, which is a pretty nice chunk of change for Bernie to do whatever he wanted with.
Mm-hmm. Well, was part of this not just to cover his tracks, but also to be able to tell his investors, oh, look, you're being invested overseas as well?
That was another important part of this. One of the things that Bernie had told people was he was trading through Europe. And so he was able to tell investors and also regulators that, see, here's some money, it's going overseas. But then he actually never invested it.
Mm-hmm. And now Bernie Madoff has entered a plea of guilty. Is it possible that other family members, other associates could be implicated as a result of the London revelation now?
One of the important things about this revelation is that from day one, Bernie and other people around him, such as his sons and family members, have said the fraud took place in this advisory business, which was separate from everything else. We didn't know about this. But for the very first time, what we have is a direct connection between the fraud and other parts of the company where people like his sons and brother and others had responsibilities and had oversight. So for the first time, there's potential implications for these other people. So we'll have to see how the investigation progresses.
And only 10 seconds left. Possibility that another government, Great Britain, might get involved with the investigation?
We know that the UK regulators are looking at this. We'll have to see what their ability is to bring charges. That's something to watch.
Tom Lauricella from the Wall Street Journal. Thank you.
Glad to be here.